Hi there, everyone. My name is Kayla from ConvertKit, and I am really excited to tell you guys a little bit more about Typeform. Now, this is a really great and free tool that you guys can use in order to survey your audience. And this is going to be really helpful because remember when we did that activity earlier on in the blog post that I had written, you're going to be able to take the questions that you wrote through that exercise, and you're going to be able to actually input them into Typeform here and send those out to different audience members of yours to see if they are interested in learning a little bit more about your course. So the first thing that I want you to do after you've created your new survey is go over here to the welcome screen button that's highlighted in green. Now that you've seen the welcome screen pop up here, you can always customize it to look exactly how you want to. Right now, we're just going to keep it pretty plain and simple for this specific example, but you're going to be able to add a header over here, and you can just have that say, welcome blog readers, welcome audience members, whatever you want that header to say. If you want to add even more about your specific survey, you can go over and actually toggle the description on over here and write a little bit more as to what exactly they are going to find within your survey. You can also customize the start button, and you can have it say start survey now, whatever you want it to say, and then click save when you're ready. So now you'll see that the welcome screen that we had just created is here. So if you want to edit that at any time, you can always click back into it and then press save again. But for right now, we're just going to keep it the same. So now we get to the really fun part, which is actually inputting the survey questions that you have already written. Now that you have those written, it's going to be really easy to just plug and play those into this specific Typeform tool. So of course, one of the most common kind of questions that a lot of us answer are multiple choice questions. So here you're just going to simply write a question. So let's just use an example for the rest of this Typeform that I am creating a course about how to take really great photos with your phone that you can then add to Instagram, Facebook, all of your different social media platforms. So for a multiple choice question, I may ask something like, what are your thoughts when you hear about taking photos with your phone camera? So now you're going to put your choices here. So maybe your first choice is that you want to say, I love taking photos with my phone because it's convenient. And then if you want to add more choices, of course, you can always hit this little green plus button. If you want to take them away and say, oh, I actually don't like that potential answer anymore, you can always hit the red button there. That takes it away. But of course, yeah, we can just keep adding to this. You can add as many as you want here, but really kind of keeping it between 4 to maybe 5 potential answers is really great, just so people have enough to be able to answer, but then not too many options to where they just click out of your survey. So right here, we're just going to write, I don't like the quality of my camera's photos. And again, you can just keep writing a few different options, but then when you're ready, you can scroll down to the bottom here for the settings part. So if you want to make this question required, so that means everybody has to answer it, you can toggle that on. If you want to allow them to actually click multiple, if there's a lot of different thoughts that they have about taking photos with their phone camera, you can click that. Then the next kind of question I like to do is a long text question. So what that means is people are actually going to be able to just write what their open-ended answers are. So instead of having to choose from something specific, they are going to be able to write their own answer, almost kind of like a mini essay. So as an example, what we might put here is, what is your background like with taking photos with your phone camera? Or it could be something like, what do you wish that you could do with your phone camera that you can't? Some of those more open-ended questions that are going to be very personal to that specific audience member who's taking the quiz. So then people can just start to put their answer there and then save it. So again, You just save that when you're ready. And then you'll just keep creating more and more questions here. And you can always drag and drop them depending on which ones you want to come first. So maybe you say, I really want this one to come first. You can just drag that over and there you go, it comes first. So again, once you're done with that, you have successfully created a type form. So basically what you will want to do next is to make sure that your type form looks exactly how you want it to. So over here in the right corner, you're going to see a button that says View My Type Form. Click on that and it's going to show you a little preview. So here we go. We see our welcome screen. We click Start Survey Now. We see that our questions are here. Of course, if somebody was actually taking it, they would write these in, keep going through, and then submit it once they're done, and that's it. So I hope that you guys all learned a little bit of something from this Typeform tool, and hopefully you also see how easy it is to get started. Thanks again for watching, and enjoy the rest of your course creation process.